first thing that we're going to show is the damage of the guns. I'm just going to put it side by side right now, all three characters, and I just sort of have my ruined character model, and I'm just going to put them up beside each other, just so you can kind of see the comparison. So the Paladin is a one-shot kill from the chest, shoulder, and head, and by chest they pretty much mean everything down until right above your waistline, so that includes your torso as well for the Paladin. For the Outlaw, it's only a one-shot kill to the upper head and chest. However, this makes sense with what I'm going to talk about in a bit. And then the Koshka is a one-shot kill to the chest and head. However, it doesn't seem to include the lower middle torso. So the Paladin has the best one-shot kill, Outlaw is the worst, and the Koshka is in the middle but more closer to the Paladin. Now the rate of fire. The Paladin has a rate of fire 56 rounds per minute, meaning you could fire 56 shots if you were firing the gun continuously for 1 minute. The Outlaw has a rate of fire of 92 rounds per minute, which is more than 50% greater than the Paladin and the Koshka, which only has a 60 round per minute. So the Outlaw fires significantly faster, and that's why its one-shot kill isn't as good. But if you put high caliber on it, its one-shot kill increases into like the upper chest as well, and I think that's definitely an attachment that you should run on pretty much all these guns, because it just pretty much increases the one-shot kill into the next category. So for the Koshka, it would increase it down into the lower torso. For the Paladin, it includes the arms and like legs and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend high cal or high cal 2 on whatever guns you're using. Next is the magazine size. The Paladin has a 5-round magazine, the Outlaw has a 9-round cylindrical magazine, and the Koshka has a 6-round magazine loaded in from the back via a bullpup setup. I just want to add something kind of nerdy that I noticed when editing, but the first number in the fire rate is the same number that the magazine size is. So the Paladin has a rate of fire of 56 and a magazine of 5. The Outlaw has a rate of fire of 92 and a magazine of 9. The Koshka has a rate of fire of 60 rounds per minute and a magazine size of 6. I thought that was pretty funny and pretty cool. Don't know if they did that intentionally, but I like sort of pointing those things out when going back and editing. Next is the reload time. So the reload time for the Paladin and Outlaw are the same. They both have a 2.75 second short reload if you're reloading with the bullet still in the chamber, and then a 3.7 second long reload if you have to go through the full animation when you run out of ammo. Just quickly to note, you will likely not have to do this as much on the Outlaw because of its 9-round magazine. Next, the Koshka has a short reload of 2.6 seconds, slightly quicker than both of them, and a long reload of 3.3 seconds, still longer or shorter than both of those guns. So the Koshka beats it out in reload. Next is the sprint out time. So this is pretty much the time from when you pull your trigger until when your gun would shoot when you're sprinting. This isn't too viable on snipers, but it can also contribute to sort of the overall handling of the gun and how it feels, so I thought I'd just include it in this. The sprint out for the Paladin is 283 milliseconds, which is the longest. The Koshka is 250 milliseconds, and then the Outlaw is 216 milliseconds. So the Outlaw is definitely a better handling weapon than these guns. And that goes alongside its 92 round per minute fire rate. Now the hipfire on all three snipers are the same, so there's not really too much to cover there. The hipfire is okay on this game. However, I might add that I believe you can only include laser sight on the Koshka, so that is something to note. And then the ADS time for all of them, or the time to zoom in, is 400 milliseconds, which seems a bit long. However, you can include quick draw on the Koshka to make it faster. And yeah. So a few things I'd like to add about attachments. The Koshka does not have a stabilizer attachment, which I think is very useful, and it doesn't have high caliber 2 either, and neither does the Outlaw. Whereas the Paladin, when you put high caliber 2 on, it does take up 2 attachment slots, but it gives you an insane one-shot kill range, or one-shot kill sort of area on the person's body. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I personally use the Paladin a lot because I play competitive search and destroy tournaments, and it just gives you the most consistent one-shot kills. However, I do think the Koshka is probably the best overall sniper because it has a very close to the Paladin one-shot kill range, but it has a faster fire rate and faster ADS time if you put on quick draw, and it also has a faster reload and a slightly bigger magazine. But that's pretty much up to you guys, and they're obviously going to play different in Blackout as well.